Snapshot 25W16A brought us Data Pack version 73 and Resource Pack version 57, with plenty of news for post-processing shaders and less restrictions for block models. My name is Sliced Lime and this is a showcase of the changes. Let's start with the relatively few changes in Data Pack version 73. A fix has been made to mobs set to No AI 1, which could not be controlled by a rider. Mobs like horses can now be ridden once again even if their AI is disabled. In item component news, the painting variant component now requires that its target is a registered variant in the painting variant registry, and can no longer accept inline painting variant definitions. A fix has been made for a problem with how rails get placed when a structure is loaded in, although there still seems to be some issues remaining. And the problem with the test clear all command has been fixed, where it could stall the game if used with a large radius. In Resource Pack version 57, the clouds texture can no longer be colored. And there's a new Happy Ghast ropes texture for the new layer. There's also a change to the format for block models, where the rotation angle is no longer limited to multiples of 22.5 degrees, and can now be any angle representable as a float from -45 to +45 degrees. The rest of the changes in this version are related to shaders, and we'll get into those with a reminder that overriding core shaders is not a supported feature. All built-in uniforms are now uniform blocks instead of opaque loose uniforms. Custom uniforms provided to post-process shaders are now uniform blocks as well, and uniform definitions in post-process JSON files are now per block. In post-process shader definitions, entries in the targets map have been extended. There's a new optional persistent field, which is a boolean that can be set to true for that target to be persistent across frames, although it is still cleared if the window is resized. The default value is false. Another new option for target definitions is clear color, which is an ARGB color specified as a packed integer, or a 4-float array ordered RGBA, and represents the color written to the target when it is cleared. The default is all transparent black. The uniforms list is now a list per block instead of a global list. The order of the list in each block must match the order in the shader. The name field is now unused, although it is still recommended to set it for readability. The values field has been replaced by value as part of a uniform definition and is now a typed object. Note that uniform blocks are not validated with shaders. Giving incorrect information will cause some form of undefined and definitely wrong behavior. Post-process shaders now also have uniforms grouped into uniform blocks that are set according to the definition file and can be shared across both vertex and fragment shaders. The list of sizes that were previously vec2 uniforms named a prefix and a size are now replaced with a single sampler info uniform block. There's also a globals uniform block available to most shaders with screen size, glint alpha, game time, and menu blur radius uniforms. The fog uniform block is available to most shaders and contains all the uniforms related to the fog. The projection uniform block is available to most shaders and contains the projection matrix. The lighting uniform block is also available to most shaders and contains the direction vectors for the two lights. The dynamic transforms uniform block is now only available to the shaders that normally use it, and contains the model view matrix and other model related uniforms, and is very likely to change in the near future. The cloud info uniform block is only available to cloud shaders and contains the color, offset, and cell size of clouds. And the lightmap info uniform block is only available to the lightmap shader and contains a bunch of light and lightmap related uniforms. There are also a number of specific blocks for specific shaders shown on screen now. And that's it for this version. Thank you for watching, my name is Sliced Lime, and I'll see you next time.